The people that come into my orbit that I attract and that are magnetized to me and want to work with me are usually in one of three phases that I notice that spiritual business owners go through. These three phases are part of the mystic's journey, which is my take on the hero's journey. Now, what that can look like is you might be pulling these cards at the moment. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So the corridor is you moving from the threshold into the corridor, into the void, into the dark night of the soul, and it is a death and rebirth cycle. Crumbling card, where you are just needing to surrender. It's asking you, what are you clinging on to? What do you need to let go? We obviously have the void card from the Starseed Oracle deck. And this one is clearly representative of what it feels like when you're dealing with this particular phase. It's asking you to stop, embrace winter and the great cosmic womb. So it might mean that you need to slow down in order for you to reflect and come back into yourself and understand what's going on. This may look like a lot of journaling, a lot of shadow work, maybe subconscious reprogramming. These are the sorts of things that you're going to be drawn to doing during this phase of your life. You might also pull the cracked open card. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So that is the cards that you will see in your spread when you are going through the corridor. Now, if you're like me, you may have had or experienced a long corridor of this time where you are really going through it. Like you're really struggling with something. You're bumping up against your ego and you are really finding it difficult to move through. It's almost like your feet are stuck in mud and you kind of like trying to walk forward and you just get stuck in it. Now, that means that you are probably seeking a mentor or support in order to help you move through. If you have found that you're in the corridor and you've exited through a doorway, but then you've tumbled back into the corridor again, that means that you have not completed this cycle. What I tend to find happens is that people move from the corridor into awakening and then they don't actually complete the following phase, which is integration or embodiment. And so when they don't embody what they have learned and what they have moved through, they're going to come back to the corridor in order to move through a similar lesson until they finally get it. And let me tell you, it took me a long time to get it in order for me to really step into my awakening and really start to embody where I am headed. So if that sounds like you and you are stuck in this cycle of always falling back into the same old lessons, the same old mistakes, the same mess is coming up over and over again, that you may need some support, you may need some help in working through what's going on below the surface. Journaling and meditation is only going to get you so far until you face the patterns that you have repeating in your subconscious, the beliefs and the behaviors that you keep repeating over and over again. Your nervous system is responding to triggers, to trauma, and you're being activated by other people and other situations. That may mean you need to do some subconscious reprogramming work. Then, if this is sounding like something you feel like you need to move through, I would love to invite you to jump into my Woopreneur Society. Every month, I host a Hypnotic Akashic Awakening journey with the collective in order to help you move through and clear some stuck energy or soul contracts, soul ties, things that have been pulling you back into this state of the corridor where things have not progressed. So, love to see you in there. The link is in my bio. You know where to go.